Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 57 of our third session this year. My name is Mickey Balcu. I'm coming to you from Columbia, Maryland, and it's such a pleasure for all of you to be with us here today. And we're really excited to meditate together. As a reminder, please, if you haven't already, get your foot soak tub ready. If you're new to the program and wanted to know more about what a foot soak is, it's pretty simple. You just have to fill a tub with lukewarm water and have some salt in the tub as well, and some rinse water to clean your feet afterwards, and that will help us get into a better state for our meditation. If you are new or continuing, you can request an intro to Sahaja Yoga after the program today, and this can be done in the breakout room, or you can ask the Zoom host for that. That can be done later in the program. And if you would like to get a more personal Sahaja Yoga teaching experience one-on-one with a mentor, there is a mentor program that you can sign up for, and that is in the Zoom link, the Zoom chat, which will be posted now or soon. And yes, so Sunday's topic was the breakthrough we get when we get our self-realization. And today we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and talking about the Vishuddhi Chakra, which is here in our throat area, and really is the chakra that is related to our power to witness and to be a collective being with other humans. And so we're really excited for you to join us for this program today. We'll also have 2 guided meditations, a video from our founder, Shri Mataji, talking about this specific chakra, and we'll have some time for the presenters at the end of the program to share experiences and anything at all related to our experiences with developing our Vishuddhi chakras over time. And we're really excited. So with that, I'd like to call on Jennifer and Angela to please come to the screen so we can introduce ourselves. Or Angela, rather, sorry.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Mickey. Hi, Jennifer. So happy to be here with you all today. My name is Angela. I live in the state of Maryland. I am actually Mickey's neighbor.
Yes.
We live very close to each other. So today I'm going to share with you a song that I wrote on this topic that is very close to my heart, and I hope you like it, and I'll see you then.
Wonderful. Thank you, Angela. And Jennifer, if you want to briefly introduce yourself.
Sure, Mickey. I'm Jennifer, everyone. So nice to join you this evening. I'm joining from Ohio, and I'm a mother, a wife. I work full time. I actually communicate through my fingers on a computer all day. So I'm so happy to join you, and I'll see you at the end of the program for question and answer time.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. And thank you, Angela. We look forward to hearing the music session later that you'll give us. So we're all excited. And with that, I'll kind of start off with our first meditation. And again, like I was mentioning earlier, today's topic is the Vishuddhi Chakra. And there are different aspects to our Vishuddhi Chakras on the right channel, the central channel, and the left channel. Each one is a very important quality, contains very important qualities that help improve our lives, such as being a collective witness and not reacting to situations or negative emotions or situations with people in general. And it just helps us to see the joy and the happiness that we can witness all around us and not focus on the negative. That's how I like to view an awakened Vishuddhi. So it really is a way to kind of deal with situations that might otherwise be difficult, and kind of enjoy the drama, so to say, or enjoy the spectacle that is a difficult situation. And when we are able to be that real witness of this situation, for example, that is difficult or challenging, it might involve work, it might involve people. We're really able, with an awakened Vishuddhi, to just look at the problem from a bird's eye view and solve it without getting our emotions involved. And that kind of brings us to our center, where we are in the present and where we can solve our problems the right way and without any negative interactions with situations or humans. So, and actually a great example of a person who had an awakened Vishuddhi is Abraham Lincoln. I know it's going way back, but actually just in his life, it's really easy to see how he had such an awakened Vishuddhi because he was able to bring so many people together and kind of unite the country, the United States, in a way that was very uncommon at the time. And he had to face many challenges, government, people, etc., etc. But because he was able to be a witness and look at it from a bird's eye view, he was able to solve the problems at hand without getting his emotions involved. And that helped him to be a really great leader, not just a person, but a leader who can bring together people who might not necessarily agree with each other to solve a common problem. So with that, I think we're probably ready to start meditation. And again, if you haven't already, please get a foot soak tub ready. And we'll do a foot soak first, and then put our attention on the left, right, and center Vishuddhi chakras, just to see if we can get an elevated sense of witnessing as a result. So I'll stop talking for now. And if you would, please just take a few deep breaths. And we can close our eyes as well. And as we normally do, to start off our meditation, we can raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan, moving slowly and with sincerity to help ask Mother Kundalini to rise to the top of our head. And now we can give a few bandhans to our foot soak water before we put our feet in. This just helps the water to better absorb anything we might be holding on to in our chakras and help us get into a deeper state of meditation. We can put our feet in. Before we take our attention to our Vishuddhi Chakra, let's first just try and observe ourselves and see how we're feeling. Try to pay attention to any tingling, any sensations. Try and observe and witness what our state currently is. And now, before taking our attention to our Vishuddhi chakras, we can balance our left and right channel just to get us towards our center and in the present moment. So first we take our right hand towards the Mother Earth, palm facing towards the ground, keeping our left hand on our lap, palm facing up. And we can sincerely ask Mother Kundalini to help us remove any heaviness from our left channel. Dear Mother Kundalini, please take away all the heaviness, all the clinging to my past, all the emotions that are out of balance, all of my superego, and anything else preventing me from feeling peace within to go into the Mother Earth element. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the pure spirit. I am not any of these thoughts or emotions. I just am. Can then take our right hand back to our lap, and now we raise our left hand like this towards the sky, palm facing backwards, keeping our right hand open on our lap. And to balance our right channel, we again sincerely ask, with all our pure desire, Mother Kundalini, please take away all the excessive heat, all the hyperactivity, all my overthinking and futuristic planning, all of my ego, and any other things in my right channel preventing me from enjoying the present moment, to please wash away into the ether element. Please allow me to just enjoy the present and not think on anything in the future. We can take our left hand back to our lap. And now, to try and get a better sense of where our state is in our Vishuddhi Chakras, we can go through them one at a time. And again, it really is simple to get us back to a state of balance in our Vishuddhis. We just sincerely ask our Mother Kundalini to help clear out our Vishuddhi Chakras and enlighten and manifest all the qualities that are supposed to be there when we are in a balanced state. So to balance first our left Vishuddhi, we can take our right hand and take it to our left shoulder, neck area like this. And we can sincerely ask, Mother Kundalini, please allow me to not feel any guilt. If I have made any mistakes, I will correct myself and face myself, but I will not feel guilty. Please help me to do so. We can now take our left hand this time to our right Vishuddhi Chakra in the same area but on our right side. Here we will sincerely ask, Mother Kundalini, please allow me to be a witness to all my experiences and to have no reactions to anything that is negative, to anything that might try to bring me down. Please help me to deal with situations as a witness and to not let my emotions cause reactions within me. And then take our attention in our right hand to our center Vishuddhi Chakra, located in our throat area. We can either place our hand on our throat like this, or we can give bandhas to this area in a clockwise direction, whatever is more comfortable. And here we sincerely ask Mother Kundalini within us, Mother, please allow me to be a collective being, a person who can bring together people from different backgrounds, people from different walks of life, human beings, in a united way. And please help me to be sweet and kind with my words and my actions. Please enlighten my center Vishuddhi Chakra, Mother Kundalini. With that, we can quickly just rinse our feet with some clean water. And we can give ourselves some time to just sit in meditation for a few moments. So now we can just sit in silent meditation and try and observe what our state is like now compared to when we started meditating. And now, as we continue to meditate with our attention only at the top of our head, we can listen to a brief talk from our founder, Shri Mataji, and try and maintain our state of silence as we listen.
Then also your tongue improves. For example, some people are very sarcastic by temperament. They cannot say something sweetly. All the time they are sarcastic, saying sarcastic things. Some people have a habit of abusive language. Some people are extremely beggarish type, all the time talking in a very beggarish manner. There's no dignity, there's no sweetness, and there is no self-confidence for some people. Some people even stammer. Some people cannot stand on the stage and give a lecture. All these things drop out as soon as your Vishuddhi Chakra improves. This is only outward. This is the outward manifestation of the Vishuddhi Chakra's improvement within yourself through the awakening of Sri Krishna on Vishuddhi Chakra. But what happens really is that inside you, you become a witness. You become a witness in the sense that all that is disturbing, all that is troubling you, all that is a problem, you just start watching it. You start witnessing it. You start seeing it, and you do not get disturbed. That seeing, that witnessing state has a tremendous power. Whatever you see without thinking, your problems get solved. Any problem you have, once you get this witness state, what we call tatastha, means you are standing on the shores and watching the waves to move. Then you know how to solve the problems. So, your witness state has to be developed, and sometimes I have seen people have to go through little difficulties to develop that witness state. This is very important, that once the Kundalini starts supplying you from your Sahasrara downward, moving on your chakras and enriching your different chakras on the Vishuddhi Chakra, when it has to stay, it really tries to little bit take you through turmoils. And you start thinking that, see, now my life was so blissful, I had so many blessings, and now what has happened? But this is the time when you should become tatastha, means you should become a witness. If you become a witness, everything improves. For example, you are, say, a person who is working in some place. As soon as you become a witness, you see, your attention goes inside and you start watching things from inside out. As a result, you see exactly what's wrong where. And as you have got the power of witnessing, with that power you get over the problems that you have. Problems get solved very easily if you know how to witness the whole situation than to get involved into it. And this is the best state which we call as Sakshi Swarupatva, which you achieve when the Kundalini comes up and the connection is established and the divine ray starts following through that and enriches your Vishuddhi Chakra. Now the name of Sri Krishna has come from the word Krishi, meaning the plowing of the soil for planting the crops. Now he is the one who has done the plowing for us, in the sense that he has created us in such a manner that when the sprouting has to be done, you are already ready for it. But as it is, we human beings spoil our Vishuddhi Chakra by many wrong things, as you have seen that we smoke, or we take drugs, or we take tobaccos and all that. So our Vishuddhi Chakra goes out. On top of that, if you are a person who doesn't talk at all, or who talks too much, or who shouts and screams, and who shows temper, raises his voices, also spoils his Vishuddhi Chakra. So the first thing is that in your using the Vishuddhi Chakra, you have to remember it is to be used for sweetness, for madhurya. If you want to say something to someone, try to say something that is sweet and nice. Practice it.
Let's close our eyes, keep our attention on top of the head, and meditate in silence for a little bit. If you see the sky, just see the blue. No need to name it, no need to move. Just see the blue. Let the clouds pass, let the winds come through. You are the witness, watching the view. Just see, then speak with love, not fear. Let your words be gentle and clear. We all are one, reflect and hear. Just see, you are free. If you feel the rain, let it fall. No need to run, no need to go. Just let it fall. Let each drop be filled with love. You are the silence deep in the soul. Just see, then speak with love, not fear. Let your words be gentle and clear. We all are one, reflect and hear. Just see, you are free. If someone says something you don't believe, let go of pride. Don't try to teach, don't try to teach. Just hear the words and softly breathe. You're not your ego, no need to preach. Just see, then speak with love, not fear. Let your words be gentle and clear. We all are one, reflect and hear. Just see, you are free. Speak from your heart, just see you're free. Just see you're free. Just see. Now we all can keep our attention on the Vishuddhi Chakra as we listen to a few quotes of Shri Mataji, in which she talks about the qualities of this center, qualities such as the witness state, sincerity, speaking from the heart, sweetness, diplomacy, joy, collectivity. Let's allow her words to work directly on this energy center, to clear it, to nourish it. Shri Mataji says, the witness state is not a mental state. It is a state of a spiritual ascent, where you become a witness. The best way to practice the witness state is not to criticize anyone. We must understand that our education now is going to be sincerity. To speak from your heart and not from outside. Meditating together is the best way to feel the collectivity. What is the essence of diplomacy? It is benevolence. You have to achieve the benevolence of the whole humanity. Ego locks your heart. It does not allow you to laugh and to enjoy. It makes you very serious. But this is all the play of God, the lila of God, to be enjoyed in its complete purity. Speak sweetly. Be sweet with others. Not to be sarcastic by any chance. Not to be harsh, but to be sweet. Sweetness which is genuine, not outward, unshowing, unformal, but genuine. So now we are going to take our right hand like we did in the beginning, the meditation in the beginning, and we are going to rotate around our Vishuddhi Chakra. Mother Kundalini, please clear our Vishuddhi Chakra. So all these important qualities can be established within me. Now we can place our hand softly on the Vishuddhi. Mother Kundalini, please nourish our Vishuddhi Chakra with your vibrations. Now we are going to say the mantra associated with the Vishuddhi Chakra. You can see it on the screen. And the name connected is Sri Radha Krishna, who is the embodiment of these beautiful qualities. Shri Mataji mentioned Sri Krishna in the talk. And the beautiful thing about Sri Krishna is that he is the holder of the flute player. And it says that when he plays the flute, his notes, or the notes of his flute, opens our heart, as well as show us the sweetness of the divine love. So let's try to say the mantra together. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's try one more time. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we can take our attention to the top of the head and we can meditate in silence here for some time. As we all have a subtle system with chakras and channels, our Mother Earth also has a subtle system. North America, Central America, and South America represent the Vishuddhi of the Mother Earth. So let's all wish from our hearts that we could improve our Vishuddhi, not only individually but also collectively. And let's all wish that the vibrations that we may be feeling right now spread through the ether element everywhere. Let's meditate for another 2 minutes with full attention a few inches above the head. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for teaching us this beautiful knowledge of Sahaja Yoga. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to meditate together during this 21 days program. Let's take our hands together as a symbol of gratitude. Very slowly, we are going to elevate our Kundalini and give ourselves the protection or the bandhan. Thank you very much for your attention. We can call back Mickey.
Thank you, Angela, for such a wonderful meditation and for all the music that you played for us. It really helped us get into deeper meditation and silence. So thank you so much. And with that, I'll just go through a few announcements. get the slides up. So on Thursday, this Thursday, June 12th, the topic is going to be Sri Buddha. Buddha means the one who's enlightened, and will kind of in unity find the awakening of Sri Buddha's qualities within ourselves. Specifically, the right Ajna chakra is where these qualities lie, on this side of our head, the left side of the head, actually. And we'll try and see if we can get into deeper meditation by awakening these divine principles within us. So we hope you can join us on Thursday, June 12th. And again, we are in session 3 of the 21-day meditation program. And this session is called Deepening the Silence. It happens every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. It's going on for 7 weeks. It's been happening since May 8th, and it will go until June 24th. And we also have ongoing collective foot soaks that we do over Zoom. And those happen on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:45 p.m. And it happens at the same Zoom link that the 21-day course happens in. So please join us if you want to get into more foot soaking with other people over Zoom. And there are also some program resources that we have for you. So you can request a mentor, which would allow you to get a more personal Sahaja Yoga teaching or learning experience. And there's a form for that in the Zoom chat. There are also community groups on WhatsApp that you can join, which will have daily spiritual messages and reminders for other courses similar to this 21-day course and the 21-day course as well. And if you want to review kind of the information that we've gone over throughout the 21-day course from session 1 back in February all the way till now, you can scan the QR code on the bottom right of the screen, and that will take you to a bunch of handouts, the recorded sessions themselves, so you can go through the meditations again and enjoy more silence with that. So please do so if you want. And now we're going to move on to the presenters sharing experience portion of our evening. So there are a couple of ways for you all to ask questions. You can either write to Breakout Room Help, and you can meet with a Sahaja Yoga teacher there and ask questions, or you can write to Chat Q&A and ask a question there, or you can message me directly, and I can try my best to relay all your questions and curiosities about Sahaja Yoga and your experience that way. So with that, I'll call Angela and Jennifer back to our screen, and we can kind of talk about the Vishuddhi Chakra and meditation. So hi guys, welcome back. So yeah, let's see if we have any questions from the audience. Let me see. Oh, this is a good question. How has Sahaja Yoga helped you to deal with situations in which you had to have a difficult conversation with someone? Jennifer, do you want to start us off with that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, Sahaja Yoga helping with difficult conversations. When I think of this question, I actually go back to something that happened at work. And I was a trainer at the time, and I had to move. I had to work out in a warehouse, which was very far from where I typically worked with all my training materials. So I had to put all of them on a cart. And so I found a cart out in the warehouse, and I put all my heavy books and binders, and I walked them out to my room. And I was setting things in the room, and all of a sudden, the person who I guess was looking after the cart, it belonged in a certain area of the warehouse, and I had unknowingly taken it from the wrong place and brought it over to this place. And he got so upset with me. He started shouting at me. These carts stay where they're supposed to stay, and otherwise they get lost, and people don't have enough respect for things. And he just started yelling. And of course, at that time, I had been meditating for many years, and what instantly started to happen to me was I saw him yelling, and my attention went inside, and it went inside, and I started to witness, and I felt my Kundalini go straight up as soon as he started shouting, and I instantly felt this protection around me, that so his words didn't hurt or hit my heart, or I didn't take it personally at all. And I started to feel tremendous love for him, which you wouldn't expect from someone shouting at you. So I started to feel this love, and through that quiet witness state that suddenly became established just like that, without me even trying, just it automatically happened. I went into an emergency situation, but my Kundalini took over, and I started to say, oh, I completely understand what you're saying, and that makes so much sense. Yes, and I started to naturally start to express this empathy and say, I very much understand, and I will take it back immediately. I'll do whatever you need, and I totally get that. And I had no upsetness or no, shakiness, as you would think. He's a very large man shouting at me. And and I remember him kind of grumbling and walking away and like, no, it's okay, I'll take the cart. And I said, okay, no
Yeah.
problem. I'll remember next time. And what do you know what? I went on my lunch break after, the training session had started, and he happened to walk through the lunchroom. And he was much changed. His face was completely changed. He was so soft. And he said, I wanted to tell you something. The way you reacted with me, I've never had anybody act like that with me before. I immediately saw myself and how ridiculous I was acting, and I started to feel tremendous appreciation for you. And I started to instantly forgive myself for what I was doing. And I wanted to tell you that I've never had anybody with so much love and dignity, handle me the way that you did. And I was like, wow, that's nice. I hadn't expected anything like that. And then, and actually from this day on, he works in this area where I walk in immediately and I see him, and then I go for my day. And every day I get to see him and I get to wave, and every day I feel that connection in his heart that somehow was made through me, just witnessing, just watching, and letting that, that state automatically happen. And now there's this very deep connection I feel to him. And I can see he also feels it to me. And so even if he's in the middle of typing and talking with a customer, he'll see me and his face will change and he'll smile. And it just, I know that my Kundalini did that. And it wasn't me, but it changed the way that I communicated from within. So yeah, that was one way. And it really is just about allowing this meditation that we practice 15 minutes a day, allowing it to act when it's needed. So yeah.
Wow, that's an amazing story. It's almost, I mean, it is exactly you in your witness state, allowing him to kind of feel free and just liberated from his own problems. I mean, I don't think a human being interacts with another human in a violent way, even with words, unless there's something else deeper going on. And when you showed him the empathy, it just seems like it completely opened his system up to just love and to just witness. So your witnessing helped him witness himself. That's really incredible.
And it was a strength that I had never, it's a strength that I would not have expected in such a situation, but it really came from within spontaneously. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to what's step one on how to handle conflict resolutions? I didn't have to do that. It just happened.
Right. Wow, that's amazing. Angela, do you have something to share about a situation where you had to deal with a person who wasn't so friendly?
I was listening to Jennifer, and she was talking about reaction. And to be very honest, I'm a person who reacts a lot. Not necessarily outside, but mostly inside. And I'm just trying to work on that because it happens every day. And I'm just trying to see why, right? I react a lot inside. And when I am in a situation of probably somebody who is not very kind is because I am also not being very kind, to be honest. So what I learned to do is just to tell that person, you know what, let's talk later. And then I just take some time alone and I try to introspect and to balance myself, maybe do food soak and try to solve it with myself first, even if I am right? Because the thing is that we are trying to prove our point. Doesn't matter if I am right or not. And then previously I used to escape, instead of facing the situation. But now, with age and with experience and with more opportunities that I have had, I'm able to go back and talk to that person, right? After just, solving it within myself and then not escaping because it's even worse, right? It will accumulate all on the left Vishuddhi, in the left Vishuddhi. And then I go back. But I like to take some time because just by this reactive nature, I'm not going to be able to solve it immediately. But yeah, work in progress, definitely. Some days are better than others.
As we all are, for sure. We're all works in progress. But even just what you just said, just being able to just pause and take a moment, maybe that moment might be a few minutes or a few hours, but I think in the moment where your reactions happen, or for me, when those same things happen to me, when I just immediately want to react with the same emotional fervor that they're directing my way, and I just also just try and just pause and see where I'm actually at. I'm not actually upset. So if my reactions make me upset, I'll be in a bad mood. The other person's in a bad mood, and it's not good for anyone. So yeah, just taking a moment to pause, I think is just really, really helpful for dealing with situations like that. Thank you. So I guess I'll kind of weave this into the next point that someone raised. Now that you both have been meditating for some time, how is it that you've been able to cleanse and kind of improve your Vishuddhi from before meditating and to now? And how has that helped you? And we've given stories about how it's helped us deal with problems or situations, but just more on that, I guess, how to cleanse and how to get a better Vishuddhi. Jennifer, if you want to give that a go.
Yes. So, I mean, just to speak to the, how we're a work in progress, absolutely. And that's part of the joy that the Vishuddhi, allows us when it's awakened to see that we are that work in progress and to accept it and allow it to be there, while also allowing it to work out and to improve. So instead of judging ourselves and having a bad relationship with ourselves, which is the left Vishuddhi is our relationship to ourself, while our right Vishuddhi is how we relate outwardly to others. And so I think, as I grew up in America, as an American, I was under this monster of perfectionism, and I was under the monster of like comparing myself to everyone. And, I felt my value was only, really expressed if I was perfect. And if I had perfect grades and if I looked perfect, or if I sounded perfect, or if I was perfect in the eyes of others, or if I compare myself, it would compare myself endlessly to this person and that person and how they look and how they act and what they have, and oh, their house is better, oh, they're a better mother than me, or all the things that you could possibly compare. I would, it's kind of a thing that is built into my cultural conditioning. And it's actually highly acceptable that we think badly of ourselves. It's like, oh, let me put myself down to make you feel better. So these kinds of things were really in need of cleansing, when I came to Sahaja Yoga. And they still, as I go through my different relationships in life, being a wife and being a mother and being a daughter and all these things, how to improve that? Well, when we meditate and we have a chance to witness, we can see this perfectionism, where it comes from. We can feel in our hands, it's my ego. It's my right side, trying to make, me this big construct. So I am this, I am that, I am not this, I am not that. And this I starts to get so big. And we forget that we're not that we're the spirit. And so as the more we meditate, the more we allow ourselves to watch our ego and to watch these ideas that we have about ourselves, we start to relax. They start to naturally relax. And instead of comparing myself to others, what naturally started to happen in Sahaja Yoga was that I started to look at others and enjoy them for what they are. And I just like you would a flower or a painting, you just say, wow, what a beautiful quality you have. And that's it. I don't have to compare it. I'm not like that. It goes away. Those thoughts, those reactions inside, like how Angela was saying, it's always happening inside me. These things happen inside and they're so ugly, and we feel so ugly inside. But with Sahaja Yoga, I really started to feel that I could really truly enjoy another person for the first time. And especially others that meditate, I just find myself enjoying their company for no reason at all. They don't have to say a thing. Or if they say something, even better. I just enjoy them so much more. So that's the cleansing, and is that I can feel this unity with everyone. And I don't have to be perfect. I'm just a part of the whole. And I'm just an expression of one part, while others are expressions of other parts.
Beautifully said. Thank you. Yeah, I think once we get to the point where we stop reacting and worrying about how we look compared to others, and just be ourselves, and worry less about comparing oneself to other people, because like you said, we're all part of the same whole, and there's no reason to compare. There's no reason to feel bad about ourselves or bring ourselves down to make others feel better, like you said. And when we do that, we also almost involuntarily allow people to do the same thing around us. They don't feel the need to compare as well, and it's a chain reaction that really happens, and we're able to just create a community where we're all just here enjoying each other. There's no need to have any reactions or competition that leads nowhere. It's just here to enjoy and have fun. So yeah, exactly. It's really beautiful. Angela, do you have something to add about being, or how to cleanse our Vishuddhi Chakra? I kind of got lost in the topic. Yeah,
something that is working out for me quite well is active listening, right? We always think that when we talk about communication, right, or maybe respecting others, it has to always come out. But how about going in, right? Listening to others. It's amazing how many things we can learn when we listen. And that is something that we are not very used to, because we always try to express and say and go out. But just listening is such an important quality. Also, obviously, when I meditate, sometimes I am not very aware of what I am feeling, but if I am feeling the Vishuddhi, obviously I do all these exercises that we did, that they may look very simple, but they are extremely effective, giving vibrations to the energy center. Sometimes we may think that, oh yeah, it's because of this, because of that, but we really don't know. So it's better just to surrender to those vibrations and let it act. Also, Shri Mataji, the way she communicates to us is so beautiful, right? Because always when I hear Shri Mataji's talk, at the end of it, I feel empowered. I feel like, you know what? I can do it. I'm going to try. I'm going to meditate. So that is the beautiful of communication, right? If we can maybe replicate that when we are expressing something or telling something, we are just sharing something in a very simple way, trying to empower others. So coming back to Shri Mataji, she told us so many simple advices to clear our Vishuddhi with, for example, salt and water. That is something that I do when I sing a lot or when I speak the whole day, because sometimes at work I have to do that. So I just come home and I do salt water gargling. Is so effective. She also recommended us to do massage with oil or sometimes ghee. Ghee is clarified butter that we can get in different stores. Or even I do it at home. I just heat the butter and then remove the fat from the butter, and then I'll just do massage. Some people even put a little bit on in the nostrils because it's very effective to moisturize. Obviously, in the winter time, to protect the Vishuddhi with a scarf or something, just to be very conscious about that. Also, Shri Mataji says, just to take a hot shower and immediately go out is going to obviously affect our Vishuddhi. And obviously, no smoking. It's something really bad for the Vishuddhi. No, seriously. It's not a good thing. Smoking and things like that, and things that seem quite obvious, but super effective.
Right. I think we often neglect the things that are simple and try and overcomplicate things when the answers are really simple, and they're so easy to do, putting gargling with salt and water or rubbing oil on our left and right shoulders. All simple to do, and there's no complication required. And that's the beauty of Sahaja Yoga, I think, is that everything really is simple, and it's all in our hands to be witnesses of ourselves and kind of control through our spirit and our Mother Kundalini, our state, and be in a state of peace if we want it. All we have to have is the desire to have it. So that's the beauty of Sahaja Yoga. And yeah, I think we have just one more question that maybe we can discuss. How has the way you have communicated with others changed over time as a result of practicing Sahaja Yoga? So this is kind of related to maybe dealing with situation. The difficult conversation is one example, but maybe we could all go around and give another example of how we speak to others has changed just in general. Jennifer, you want to start us off?
Yes. So how our communication has changed since Sahaja Yoga. So I remember, if I can remember back to before Sahaja Yoga, there's some things about the way that I communicated. I would usually focus conversation on me. It would go straight to me. If I had a chance to talk, it would be about me and how I feel. Oh yeah, this thing happened to me too, and this and that. It was kind of like the show, the Jen show. I was a dancer. I was a ballet dancer. So I was used to this, like being a performer and kind of being the center of attention. So it was inbuilt. And so with Sahaja Yoga, we often say in our meditation, Mother, let me see myself. Let me see that part of me which needs your attention, which needs your love, your simplicity, the qualities that need to shine. And so what would naturally started to happen is I started to step back, and I started to be, instead of talking about myself, I naturally started to try to have others talk about themselves. And I'd rather hear how they feel about something. And even if they ask me, what I tend to do is I'll start to put it back. I'll say one thing, but then I'll kind of direct softly back to them. And it feels so nice to keep myself as that which is kind of sustaining the conversation and helping them to express themselves. And I naturally feel nourished by that, instead of the other way around, which was I felt nourished by getting the attention. But now I feel nourished by giving the attention and in the communication, so that others feel that my silence is actually helping them to feel loved and valued and accepted, And so that definitely has shifted. And another thing, I remember when I first came to Sahaja Yoga, I felt so kind of I only liked to talk to people my age and it kind of in my sphere. I remember that I'd always get very anxious if I had to talk to like someone a little older or someone younger. It felt very at a loss, you know. But after Sahaja Yoga, I started to speak directly from the heart. And and I actually started to realize I was losing the consciousness that someone was older, someone was younger, that someone was from another country, that someone spoke another language. And I started to really relate and communicate directly from the heart. And so these barriers, these cultural differences, they just started to dissolve. And after being in Sahaja Yoga for years, and I'm part of this family, like right now we have, a family on the show, right? And I started to realize that I never think about it. I only realized it after I brought someone new, and they would point it out. Like, oh, I don't even think about that. Yeah. And one other thing I noticed about the way that my communication changed was that I was able to understand other languages kind of intuitively. So for example, I married an Italian, and his mother only speaks Italian. But when I'm with her, somehow I understand everything she's saying. She talks, and I'm just like, and I can understand what she's saying. And Paolo was like, "How did you, my husband,
Tu
how did you
capisco, tu
understand
capisco,
that?" Yes.
tu
And
capisco.
I mean, I just took French in my high school days, but for some reason, I used the little I knew of that. I related it to the Italian, and then also I live with someone who's from Colombia as well. And so whenever he spoke to
Hey,
the children in Colombia, yes, like Angela, so I would intuitively my listening started to just open up because my heart was open, right? And so I just started to like I can listen. I can't talk those languages. No. But I can listen to them, and I can relate. So yeah, the power that the Vishuddhi has to open and unite us is incredible. So yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'll let Angela start. Maybe an example because it's
yeah,
hard to
it's
follow.
amazing what you are saying about cultures, Jennifer, because for me, I was totally contrary than you. You were talking about yourself. I was just very quiet, to be honest. Just keeping everything to myself. Very rarely I will say something about myself. I will be like asking, so tell me something about you. But now I think I am just breaking that shell a little bit. So I'm able to express myself much more because actually we all have so much to say, so much to offer. So we should try, we should just break that shell. Also, I was very kind of to myself, I like to be liked, to be alone. But now I just enjoy so much to be in group, to be with others, to do something together, to go for a picnic, to do something collectively. I enjoy so much. And it's something that I'm not making an effort that, we have to be together, we have to, team power. No, it became, every day it becomes more natural. Of course, sometimes you want to be alone because you also have to respect your individuality. I said it. But I just like to be with people. I don't know why, but I enjoy meeting people, being with others, with people who meditate, people at work. It's fun.
Yes, I can personally attest that Angela is one of the last few people to leave our meditation sessions and when we meet up because yes, she loves to be with people and we just had a picnic actually and I think that was her suggestion, like she said. So yeah, and I actually also felt kind of similar to you, Angela, when I was growing up. I was very insecure and did not really know how to express myself. Just because I feared maybe what other people would think, or am I even worth is what I'm gonna say worth talking about compared to what someone else is doing or someone else is expressing? And after I came to Sahaja Yoga, really initially it wasn't as apparent from inward point of view. I didn't see it from inside myself, but honestly, being in Sahaja, you just are around so many people from every walk of life that it has to happen almost, because you just see people from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, from South America. It doesn't matter where anyone is from. When you're in that environment, I was just able to feel free and not worry about what someone might think, because I felt secure in knowing that this group of people here is just here for one purpose, and to just ascend spiritually together and collectively. And it really helped me. And then over time, it started to be more of a spiritual thing where I could actually feel energy from my Vishuddhi and at the top of my head, like, wow, I'm really witnessing, and I want to be with others. It really was so different from when I was growing up. And it's just an amazing change that really happens if you're willing to try and be unbiased and just give it a shot. And I think it just works out spontaneously, as do most things in Sahaj, or all things. So yeah,
And it's so nice, Mickey, that you are like this now, because we really enjoy your sweetness. Now I
thank you.
have the opportunity to meet you almost every week, and it's so beautiful the way you talk to others, interact with others. So yeah, great thing.
Thank you so much,
To me,
Angela.
you just feel like you feel like every Sahaja is just a beautiful, I don't know, a beautiful composition, and you just enjoy them so much, right? You know, like you're
Yeah,
saying,
exactly.
you just put attention on, anyone, you just feel so much appreciation, so much love.
For
Yes.
sure, without a doubt. Yes. Great. Well, with that, I think that's a great place for us to conclude tonight's session. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Angela and Jennifer, for the wonderful experiences and for the meditation today. It was really wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, wish everybody a wonderful night and a peaceful night. And if you'd like to stay and go to a breakout room, there's still that option, and you can meet with a Sahaja Yoga teacher there. But other than that, we will see you on Thursday for our next session. And thank you all for joining us. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Good evening. Bye bye.
Good evening.